Enable notifications by ringing the bell.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a certain movie popped into mine and Micah's head earlier whilst we were talking. A little gem by the name of Starship Troopers.
Gem is a strong word for that movie.
Okay. A piece of pyrite that fell into an oil pit, set on fire, and got melted into a butt plug, I guess you could say.
Wow.
That's also... I wasn't going to go that far, but okay. Sure.
Okay. I will say this film is not that bad. It's a funny kind of bad. It's the campy kind of bad.
It's real campy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like saying that Conan the Barbarian is bad.
No. Well, okay.
I mean, Conan the Barbarian is... I mean, it's not like high cinema.
But it is immensely
good.
entertaining.
It's fun.
I mean,
Yeah. You see...
Space dudes shooting space bugs. I mean, that's...
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Wait. You must have seen a very different version of Conan than I did.
Oh, no.
I thought we were still talking about Conan.
No.
I was like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Okay, so talking...
Third one.
So back to talking about Starship... So back to... What?
Are you finally taking over for Jason Momoa as a stunt double?
Oh, gosh.
Sledgehammer Tarzan, Jason Momoa. It's a thing.
So anyway, so Starship Troopers, me and my dad, my family, we watched this when it came out on video when I was like 9 or 10 years old.
My God, this is a film that was made.
Now, the violence didn't get me. My dad was okay with it, with the violence. There's some nudity in this, though. Specifically from a certain actress by the name of Dina Meyer, who... she's been in several things, but this film is probably one she's most known for being in.
Because of the nudity, probably.
No, because she's actually pretty badass.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, because Dizzy, the character she plays, Dizzy, is a pretty badass individual, and she holds her own.
That's better than I was expecting.
Well, yeah, I mean, I remembered her for that. I mean, the nudity, that's one thing, but you see nudity everywhere. I mean, after all, it's the internet, so...
Yeah, and I mean, as time has progressed...
I'm willing to bet that you're naked right now.
Micah.
Everybody's naked
Underneath your clothes. Sorry. All right.
That got weird. Anyway.
So, the Nostalgia Critic...
now.
Yeah, the Nostalgia Critic did a review of Starship Troopers, and Heather has opted out of seeing this because, A, she doesn't want to see... anything spoiling Starship Troopers, and B, she's not as big a fan of the Nostalgia Critic,
which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine, and she would rather opt out of being in these than have to sit through something she doesn't enjoy.
If you all have a problem with that, tough.
Yeah, because Heather's her own person. She doesn't have to sit through what
she does. What she wants. There are, in fact, no rules.
Yes. All right. So here we go. Let's get the video on screen.
Wait, where's the beep boop? There's the beep boop.
And let's give it a watch.
Beep boop. Wow, I can't believe we're not going to be seeing that intro too many more times. Because Channel Awesome is dead.
Not really.
It's pretty much dead. This is a much better intro. I like this.
Been there. Robin Jim.
That's a hell of an intro.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. A long time ago, director Paul Verhoeven directed RoboCop. It was awesome. He also directed Total Recall.
It was awesome.
He also directed Basic Instinct, of which I've only seen the scene, but I hear the rest is awesome. And he also directed Starship Troopers.
It's fine.
It underperformed at the box office, got mixed reviews at best, left an awkward and confused feeling for many of the viewers who saw it. And it was awesome!
Really? Well, no, I mean, it is awesome in its own way. It's just...
Though getting a bit of a cult following in recent days, at least enough to warrant shit-shaped cookie-cutter video sequels, many audiences still aren't sure what to think of this film. Is it secretly saying something provocative, just another hot people versus monster movie, or both? People can't decide if there's an aggressive
wrong with
message
both?
to this movie or not, which ironically
It's got Michael
could be
Ironside in
part
it.
of the film's
Ironside's
intent.
a
What do I
badass.
mean by that? Well, let's take a closer look at this film to find out. Let's squash some bugs with some possible commentary on fascism. Half of you right now are going no duh, the other half of you are going no duh. Let's take a look at Starship Troopers. It starts off with a
comma
recruitment
makes
video
a
for the
lot of
mobile
difference.
infantry, the future's version of the army.
I'm doing my part too.
You'll notice, like in any commercial, everyone in the ad is beautiful. And when we enter real life, everyone is also beautiful. Rookie movie mistake or clever hint that this is all satire of possible future propaganda. Laugh all you want, benign youth, but I'm convinced there is more to this shipbuster than meets the eye.
It's not that.
You don't have pants on.
Oh God!
Oh Christ, what are the odds? The film gives us background on the enemy Earth is fighting, the bugs. As you'll notice, it's almost comical how
bugs?
little information they give about them.
Klendathu, source of the bug meteor attacks, to ensure the safety of our solar system. Klendathu must be eliminated.
We never really get any more information than that. We don't even know why the bugs are throwing meteors at us, as the focus is more on just making the villains look evil and the heroes look strong together. Maybe
Yeah.
not entirely together. A news report during an invasion on the bugs is interrupted, which is a shame when you have such great journalistic lines like this.
It's an ugly planet! A foam planet!
Their interior design leaves much to be desired. Good to know that while the future's PSA censor out the
God.
gore, this live footage apparently is fine to post in primetime news. Look, kids, that might be Daddy bleeding strawberry jam.
Casper Van Dien. ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
And I, for one, welcome our new insect overlords. Like to remind them that I can be helpful in rounding up others.
I remember that
to toil in
episode.
their underground sugar caves.
Cut to 1 year
Real good.
earlier as those future cadets are in school learning about how that 1 year earlier cliche is going to be a staple of bad film openings in about 20 years.
Rico! Rico!
See,
Pay attention.
Answer the
Nice
question about why my arm is a baked potato. This is Rico, played by Casper Van Dien, who has the hots for Carmen, played by Denise
Denise
Richards.
Richards.
He draws cartoons of them getting together because, as you can see, this is clearly the look and physique of your everyday average cartoonist. You may also notice that the teachings in this future are not quite as, peaceful as we're used to.
This year we explored the failure of democracy. Something given has no value. And force, my friends, is violence, the supreme authority from which all other authority is derived.
This is why President Alec Baldwin is the leader of our humble country. Rico and Carmen go to see how they did on their finals. I'm totally gonna be a
Carmen
rocket
Ibanez.
scientist in a Bond movie
Ibanez.
now.
Ibanez, Ibanez.
35%. Very nice.
Wow,
Hey.
Count Olaf's
Hey,
latest
Barney.
disguise is his best yet. He posts Rico's score in big letters to humiliate him, again making you wonder what kind of world allows that option in their public computers, as they hurry to their bug dissection class led by Dr. Nefero.
We humans like to think we are nature's finest achievement. I'm afraid it just isn't true.
We are to be bred und slaughtered! Indeed, it's a tough future where lab coats and gloves are for wimps and the weakest students cough up potato soup in protest. You'll find people being covered in soup. It's a constant theme in this movie. Oh,
Pea
and
soup,
psychics are
carrot
apparently a
soup,
thing in this
potato
future
soup.
too, as Count Olaf uses his telepathy to see if he can bring out psychic powers in Rico. Trust me when I say you're not gonna find much in Casper Van Dien's head.
Outside of
Ace of spades.
Good guess, but wrong.
Count Olaf, though, demonstrates his powers on his pet
hey, a
ferret.
ferret.
Go bug mom, Cyrano.
And find my hosting of the Oscars amazing.
Serrano.
I sure hope you don't do anything like that to me. Don't be afraid.
No,
Can't do
Serrano.
human.
I think it's.
Yet.
And he's officially scarier than the bugs. Again, I'm not sure if that's intended. We see that this future clearly doesn't have the film Concussion, as not only are football uniforms even less safe than before, but they partake in stunts even goofy cartoons wouldn't be able to manage. It's the Tony the Tigers versus the Frozone Giants. They may be fascist, but at least they allow co-ed teams, which is a little confusing, but not as confusing as AT&T wanting to be associated with this bleak and violent future. I'm certain I'll have more questions than this film will have answers. After the game, Rico gets ready to go to the big dance.
Who said you could grow up so fast?
Well, he is 29. But his folks are upset at the idea of him joining federal service to go fight bugs after graduating.
It's that teacher, isn't it? What's his name? Mr. Ratjack. Silly name.
Yes, it is. Thank you for doing my job for me, movie. And let's be honest, is it any stranger than the actor's real name? I think this character would actually be more awesome if they called him Michael Ironside. I don't think anyone in the audience would mind.
Yeah.
At the dance, we discover that while Rico has the hots for Carmen, another girl named Dizzy,
silly name,
has the hots for Rico.
After tonight, most of us probably won't see each other again.
Can't we just be friends, Diz?
Oh, for God's sakes. Come
I
on,
mean,
dude.
it is our last night
A smoking
together.
hot redhead
Surely I can
wants
start
you,
a
man. Come
relationship
on.
with you now.
I want to talk to Mr. Ratjack.
Hey, better
That's
hurry up if
Micah's,
you want to
that's
catch
Micah's dream right there.
Ooh, Dizzy angry!
Oh, well,
And now
Denise
Count
Richards
Olaf's
is
impression
still,
of Neil Patrick Harris
is
pretending
still
to be
a
straight.
beautiful
Man, Neil Patrick Harris is.
NPH.
Hey, NPH wouldn't do that.
No, he wouldn't.
Rico finds out Carmen is joining federal services too, but honestly, I doubt you'll be paying attention to that after I point out this guy.
It's true.
It
kills it.
I mean,
It kills the entire scene.
Dance surrendering. I think this is dance surrendering. The next day, they sign up with easily the most chatty of office clerks.
Fresh meat for the grinder, eh? So how'd your kids do?
I'm gonna be a pilot.
Good for you. We need all the pilots we can get. Next time we meet, I'll probably have to salute you.
Infantry, sir.
Good for you. Mobile infantry made me the man I am today.
You know, the line would go a lot faster if you would just give them their papers. So where do you come from? I was born in Mississippi, back in the good old year of all of you are gonna hear my life story!
I mean, to be
After
fair,
saying goodbye
not
to
a
one
bad
another, we cut to more
robot arm
propaganda,
prop.
which as you can see is difficult to tell the difference between that and this film's reality.
A murderer was captured this morning and tried today. Execution tonight at 6. All net, all channels.
Mary Hart will be hosting, and then executed.
Oh, Jesus.
If you think you're psychic, maybe you are.
Hey, wait, that's bullshit. Lassie doesn't believe in psychics.
It's
Those
true.
and demonic woodpeckers has gone up. Rico arrives to his
Lasser.
new home to discover how aggressive it is.
Hey, Clancy Brown.
I'm your senior drill instructor, Career Sergeant Sim. Suck it,
Darn.
I'm only here because Arlie Ermy is too busy filming The Frighteners. He does get a little company, though, as Diz is in the same group as him, as well as a show-off named Ace.
Get in line like everyone else.
You got some guts for a rich kid.
And you got quite a career, considering you're related to Gary Busey.
And you got quite
Ace
a
finds
set
out,
of
though,
teeth
what
there.
happens when you don't
Quite a
follow
big
orders.
target for a
Who needs
fist.
a knife in a nuke fight anyway?
Stand on that wall, trooper.
I'll show you to be a crumpled John Heater caricature.
The enemy cannot push a button if you disable his hand.
So just ask the bug to put his hand against the wall and you'll be good.
Medic!
If you think that's far-fetched, check this out. Co-ed showers.
John, what about you?
Oh, I'm going into politics, and you know, you gotta be a citizen for that, so here I am.
There's an irony that in a future trying to show that men and women are equal, this was probably just done to get some booby shots. Granted, there are some side dicks, but they're pretty much on par with the Austin Powers naked scenes. So, fascist-ish, progressive-ish? Meanwhile, Carmen seems to be doing well with where she's stationed. While she flies around the set of Space Mutiny, Rico's group plays Capture the Flag, launching him
Space
into the
Mutiny.
spotlight.
Good time.
You shot Church, you team-killing fucktard?
Yes!
But when they use live ammunition fighting the Toy Story Army men, Rico tells a soldier to take off his malfunctioning helmet.
Put your helmet on, rookie.
I'm pretty sure we can still save them! As punishment, the soldier who shot him is sent away, and Rico has to get a talking to by Hank from Breaking Bad. I think the soldier getting sent away got the better deal. Hank is tough.
Why did you order your man to remove his helmet during a live fire exercise?
Sir, I needed everyone in my squad operational, sir.
We'll try administrative punishment.
Administrative punishment, by the way, is getting your shirtless ass dragged in front of everybody and being goddamn whipped. Again, kind of feel like the soldier that actually shot the guy got off pretty easy compared to this.
Yeah.
Lay down on this, son. It helps. I know.
I've gone through this too, just not in public. As intense as this is, you do have to wonder, where the hell did they acquire a guy to whip people? For the military, no less.
Yeah?
So it says here you have experience as a professional rapist.
Oh yeah, years of experience.
And what made you want to pursue this profession?
Oh, you know.
No, I don't.
Well, sometimes you just get tired of surprising friends and neighbors.
Consenting friends and neighbors?
Then it wouldn't be a surprise now, would it?
No, you've got a point.
And I just decided that I want to give back to the community by whipping people for a good cause.
We see this more as a tragic necessity than a good cause.
Sure, but if you gotta do it, you might as well do it with a slightly aroused smile on your face.
You are by far the scariest person I've ever met in my entire life. But thankfully, that's a qualification. You've got the job. Now, with all due respect, please attempt to never see me again.
Why does everyone I ever meet always tell me that?
Damn, Malcolm, you scary.
That was impressive.
Malcolm.
That was an impressive level
Malcolm
of scary.
is just commitment there, man. He killed
Look,
it.
you got to commit to the bit.
No, and he did. He committed and he got it.
So while Carmen is out piloting the ship, an asteroid from the bug seems to be floating towards them.
Captain, we're in the path of an unidentified object moving toward us at high speed.
Profile suggests an asteroid, ma'am.
You need a computer to see that?
It's a big old space
the
potato.
qualifications to be in this army would at least be to spot the E on an eye
Nuts
chart.
for nuts. Bringing that one back.
That asteroid might be heading towards Earth, though, as Rico discovers talking to his parents.
Johnny? Dad? Where's your uniform?
Bill?
I mean, as a guy who didn't want you to join in the first place, I'm still a stickler for presentation.
Yep.
My, what's that?
Looks like rain.
This time of year?
Sure is dark.
What's that giant foreshadowing over us? It turns out that was from the asteroid which smashed Rico's hometown.
Boy, that's
Over
convenient.
8 million dead, especially Rico's parents. But what about Boomer?
Oh, no Boomer.
Oh, okay.
God dang.
We even knew
We
Boomer.
just went there.
One of my favorite laughs in the film probably comes from this.
The war effort needs your effort. At work, at home, in your community.
As of now, cockroaches
Look at
are
that
officially
teacher.
being called freedom bugs. Even our heroes get a little time on the news.
Here's a bunch of MI kids that look like they could eat bugs for lunch.
Yum, yum, yum.
Gross.
Granted, that's already a very awkward line, but that delivery did not make it any less awkward.
Yum, yum, yum.
I got love in my tum-tum-tum.
Some say the bugs were provoked by the intrusion of humans into their natural habitat, that a live and let live policy is preferable to war with the bugs.
But then I remember the same guy who directed this also directed Showgirls, and that does put a crimp in our plausible commentary.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh.
God.
Comes across as old fling, though, as they seem to cross paths.
Man.
At ease.
I can't believe we're both working for Planet Spaceball. But Carmen's new boyfriend seems to have some harsh words.
Good time.
Johnny, wait. Yeah, forget it, Lieutenant. He's mobile infantry. Just doesn't pay to be polite. You got something to say about the mobile infantry?
He literally just did.
Yeah. Ooh.
How are
Knee
my
to the
concerned
head.
stairs not stopping this?
Come on! Mobile infantry and fleet don't mix.
It's like Steven Seagal in acting. Just some things don't go together. They turn to heroes
Jeez.
duty as several of their ships are shot at. Oh no! They'll be perfectly fine in a later scene. Like a little nick on her head, that's it. How good are these goddamn medics? They see the
They're
bugs
real
are
good.
literally shitting on them, so they try to attack. They show us the scene from the beginning as the media continues to react to what's going on.
It gets smarter.
Insects with intelligence? Have you ever met one? I can't believe I am hearing this nonsense.
Who the hell
Good
invited
Lord,
the
it's
Mad
Bill
Hatter
O'Reilly.
to this conversation?
Brain bugs? Frankly, I find the idea of a bug that thinks offensive.
Not as offensive as Johnny Depp playing me, but still offensive.
This is the most ridiculous conversation I have ever had.
Still a better show than Hardball. As our
Ouch.
team recovers, they're given a new unit with a new lieutenant.
Tension on deck.
Well, this better be Bruce Campbell. Oh, it's Michael Ironside.
Damn it.
Close
Still?
enough.
Everyone fights, no one quits.
You know, I want a movie of Ironside and Bruce Campbell.
Bring up
Yeah.
Bruce
Campbell
Campbell,
and
kid.
Michael
I'll also
Ironside
shoot you.
on the exact on the
Giving a
same
bug bomb so
side
big you could put an
as
Orkin logo
rival
over it.
brothers.
They go inside
Like
and
buddy
take care
cop
of any
movie?
surviving insects.
No.
And for a
No,
gun,
they
could have
have
given
their own
any
like
generic
squadrons
explosion.
that
This
are
could be
competing.
one hell of a boom.
Holy hell.
Why not just use that all the time? It's effective as hell.
Mommy, buy me that. They take
I
down one of the
can't
other
believe
big
they
bugs,
actually
proving
got
their
the
blood
Davy
is either
Crockett to
pink green
work.
soup or lobster bisque. I told you there'd be a soup theme. And they relax for the night as Ironside brings out some entertainment.
Have fun! That's an order!
Have fun, that's an order.
So violins are among the entertainment given to the troops?
Why
I'm
not?
so fascinated by this world where people who study the arts are ripped commandos. Maybe Matt Groening is more built than we think?
No.
So Rico
No,
finally decides to give in to Dizzy's advances.
Really?
Jake Busey, come on, get the skedaddle, man. Get out of
This would be
there.
a lot more romantic without the guy who just bought a windowless van face. Again, being a Busey, it's amazing this is the first time I'm bringing this up.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man kiss was romantic. Get a load of this?
Oh, yeah. Straight over that.
Okay, I am literally smelling my pits. This is not as romantic as you think it is. But Ironside tells him they're getting a distress call.
Report in 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Who's that with you?
Florence, sir.
Make it 20 minutes.
More people can die as long as you're getting nookie.
Wow.
Why
One of
not?
the soldiers gets
Come
caught
on.
by a flying bug, though, and Ironside shoots him as opposed to the monster.
I'd expect anyone in this unit to do the same for me.
Okay.
Yep.
Sir, your acting sergeant, move him out.
Sir.
You heard the lieutenant!
Actually, we didn't. He talked very softly. Why are we following you? They come across one of their bases the bugs attacked, where they say the line any good movie of quality should have.
They sucked his brains out.
Any film that says that is on the right path. The bugs attack, though, as our team is stuck in their Alamo.
Place call, sir. We need pickup now.
What's your position?
Come down on this transmission.
So the outpost? That's crazy.
Well, I hope you have a crazy pilot. Out.
And it better be my girlfriend. It'd be dramatically convenient.
Ex-girlfriend.
Sure enough, that is who comes to rescue them, but sadly at the cost of their dear lieutenant.
Rico, you know what to do.
Yes, sir!
Carry me to the ship. Wait, what are you doing? I only lost my legs. I've lost limbs before. Ah! I turned down 5 episodes of Jet Jackson for this.
Wow.
The only one who gets exterminated, though. Dizzy smiled for a second, which of course means she has to die.
Yep.
We're being Mars attacked to death.
Wow.
You're gonna be all right, Diz.
I got to have you.
Rain will make the flowers grow. It looks like they give her a funeral, which must have been tricky, seeing how you have to mourn the loss of a person named Dizzy without cracking a smile.
Dizzy was my friend.
You could say her life spun out
She was
of
a
control.
soldier.
I could have done it. Van Dien, you're a better actor than I give you credit for.
Look,
More
the whole
than
thing
that.
ended up off balance.
She was a citizen of the Federation.
Of all the souls I've ever encountered, she rocked the most in the sack. And if there's anyone who doesn't still think this is a satire of aggressive fascist propaganda, just look at how they dress Doogie
Oh my
Howser in
God.
this scene.
Gestapo much, bro? Come on.
Proof of intelligence, isn't it?
You knew
Hey,
and
look.
you sent them anyway?
You don't
NPH
approve.
wouldn't do that.
Well, too bad. We're in this for the species, boys and girls. It's simple numbers.
I could actually take him more seriously as Bart Simpson killing someone in a TV movie. This is kind of adorable.
And every day I have to make decisions that send hundreds of people like you to their deaths.
Didn't they tell you, Colonel? That's what the mobile infantry's good for.
Oh yeah, they told us that. That's why
Yeah.
we sent you.
Sure.
So they go in to attack again, and somehow they don't figure to spread out their ships rather than keep them clustered together. Kind of making you easier to hit, isn't it?
A little bit.
A little bit,
No,
yeah.
I think they actually mean to kill us off this time. It's okay, you'll just get a scar right here. It's fine. How's this for an embarrassing end? Death by door. It's okay. Doors have outwitted the smartest of sci-fi characters. Carmen and her boyfriend make it to the planet where they're captured by the bugs and taken to their, butt judge from the wall? Rico wants to save them, but knows the odds of them surviving are slim.
Rescue party! Cancel that! You know as well as I do she's already dead.
Aside from a love scene in Wild Things, her career is basically over. So they go to take out the bugs and...
Carmen's down there.
Word has it she's dead.
She's still alive.
I thought she said she was dead. How many times can she die in this? Well, apparently at least one more time, as despite being stabbed through the chest, she picks up a
No,
gun and
she's-
starts
it's like the
firing it like
shoulder.
nothing's happened to her.
I'd say
What
like
kind of
through the
fuel is
She
she
should not be
drinking? 'Cause she's
firing a
goddamn
gun with
indestructible.
presumably that much recoil.
They pull out the
No.
aim as Queen, as Gestapo Patrick Harris reads its mind.
It's afraid.
It's afraid.
It's afraid!
Hey, I'd be afraid too if I knew I was gonna see you in 2 Smurfs movies. So Ohio Patrick Harris sums up who's really to thank for today's victory.
This is when it turned. And it wasn't the mighty fleet, it wasn't some fancy new weapon was a drill instructor named Zim, who captured a brain.
Zim?
Who the hell is Zim?
He's the drill sergeant.
The drill instructor. I guess he was busy defeating the main bug while we were focusing on our heroes. Kind of odd. Go Zim. We apparently couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah.
Well, actually...
Who the hell were you again?
Dude, earlier in the movie, it
The
showed
film ends
him,
as
like,
it began
yelling
with a
at
recruitment
yelling
video
at his
urging
LT,
people to
just
join
like,
their battle and
I
fight
want
the
to fight.
bugs.
I want to fight. But he keeps getting broken. But he's like, only by getting busted down to private could you actually
Well,
fight
she
again.
practically is. Seems doable.
Oh, yes. By the way, the spacecraft's still in extreme danger, may not make it back, attempting risky re-entry, blah, 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 blah.
And that was Starship Troopers. Is it really just another dumb action flick? Don't get me wrong, it's cliched, overblown, and has a lot of generic characters, but I think that's the point.
It's real dumb.
The whole film
but-
is shot like propaganda, making you imagine yourself as the heroes, crave blood, and immerse yourself in the battle. When someone dies, it's because of those damn bugs, and any criticism to understand why this war is even happening is pushed off to the side for loud war cries. If you look at this as a film that would be shown in their universe, which again, isn't difficult given the PSAs they show, it can display an interesting mirror showing what we can look like when we get more focused on destroying our enemies rather than finding other ways to peacefully solve the problem. And that's just one way to look at. There's many other ways you can read into this if you choose to go looking for it. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you just want to see a shoot-'em-up bug movie, and as those go, this isn't that bad at that either. But I truly believe there's more to this silly-looking film than meets the eye. Oh, I see. You still don't believe me.
No, you don't have pants on again.
No, just kidding. This time we don't believe you.
You know what? Fine. Because in the future, people will see this for the masterpiece that it is.
It is the future. This film is over 20 years old.
Well, people are starting to realize it's brilliant.
I never heard anyone talking about it.
Well, they will.
They won't.
If I raise enough awareness.
You never will.
I have the determination.
You're unbelievably lazy.
Fine, just laugh all you want.
We will. But it's because you're naked now.
How is this happening?
Is your penis actually a sensor bar?
It's a very specific birth defect.
Oh, God, why? Okay.
Well, that was a thing that we watched, and
I do have to say, this movie inspired a series. It was actually pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, the series was pretty good. The animated one, the CG one. Yeah, and I remember that, and also, isn't there a comic book series that it's,
I'm not aware of it, but it would not surprise me.
Well, I believe there's a comic book series, and actually the comic book series has gotten some pretty good praise as well. Also, I busted myself open over here when I hit myself in the head with the microphone.
good job.
Yeah, and like honestly, it.
Yeah, I was like, Nate, don't do that.
Yeah, and I busted.
What did you
myself-
do?
Yeah,
You did that.
Yeah, I like busted myself open, like because I felt like something on my face up here a little bit. Reached up here and I wiped
What's
down.
that feel? It's blood.
Literally, it was blood. But honestly, this film, okay, when I was a kid, I didn't understand half the shit that was going on. I just knew that these were bugs, they were bad, kill them. Mom and Dad won't let me watch these scenes right here, but they're not that important to the story, so...
Okay, so the bugs are an extraterrestrial race in the novel Starship Troopers by Heinlein.
Okay.
It's film adaptation. It's first and second sequels, an animated film, a Japanese OVA, and loose spin-off television series. Technically, they are arachnids.
Oh, yeah, well...
Or at least pseudo-arachnids.
I just remember seeing this film. My dad didn't like it. Me, I thought it was pretty cool because, you know, people killing bugs in space. I mean, it's pretty much Space Marines except a more fascist future instead of, you know, a more docile one that you run into in Aliens.
But also they're just the Zerg from StarCraft.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much.
Well, except you know, their queen isn't a former soldier who kind of became...
Okay, look, we don't talk about Kerrigan.
Look, no, I like Kerrigan. I think
Kerrigan's
she's one of the
a whole thing.
I think she's one of the best villains in terms of video game history. It's just
Queen bitch of the universe.
Yeah, quite literally.
I'm not making a joke. She actually calls herself that at one point.
And honestly, I think her fall and her rise is one of
and
the
then her fall and rise again.
Yeah. I think it's some of the best storytelling in video games. It's just StarCraft isn't, I'm not in RTSs that much.
I mean, StarCraft's fine, but I don't know.
Well, no, I mean,
I like RTSs. I'm really bad at them.
Well, you're not Korean, so.
Ooh.
What? I mean,
just
okay.
Like, wow. Remind me, why don't you?
No, you want to know? There was an announcement. They held a BlizzCon in Seoul, South Korea, simply because of how popular StarCraft is there, just to announce StarCraft 2. They didn't even have the English voice actors. They didn't even have the English voice actors' lines ready for the trailer to debut in the U.S., but they had it dubbed in Korean and Japanese.
Nice.
And like as soon as Blizzard made that announcement, as soon as they showed Jim, it was just like he said his line, and then his helmet came down, and then cuts to black, StarCraft 2, and the crowd just lost their shit.
So, interestingly enough, the original book, Starship Troopers, was heavily fascist. Like that was what was portrayed. It was also a critique of U.S. society of the 1950s, arguing that a lack of discipline had led to a moral decline, and advocating corporal and capital punishment. Well, but yeah, so it's not like...
So the book itself was like pro-fascism?
No, the book itself was criticizing fascism.
By pointing out how far it could go?
No, hold on. The ideology of military veterans and the fact that only military veterans had the right to vote in the novel's fictional society led to it being frequently described as fascist. It's like it ended up being like it was discussing a fascist world.
Okay.
So Doug's not far off. But it's also just like so there was discussion of a remake in 2011, which apparently Verhoeven was skeptical about because it apparently drew heavily from the original, quote, fascistic and militaristic 1959 novel. So, it's a hell of a thing.
There they are, Sarah Kerrigan and Jim Raynor.
Yep.
I couldn't remember Jim's last name.
Apparently, StarCraft is apparently free to play now,
which is interesting.
Yeah. Also, I have actually seen StarCraft running on the N64 in person. It was a terrible idea.
Well, it was a port that was, quick cash grabs are always not good.
No. I don't think you understand. You know how you could hotkey different enemy troops?
Yeah.
How would you do that with an N64 controller, Nate?
My guess, I would just say different button combinations to bring up different menus.
It was like 2 or 3 buttons for each one.
Oh my god!
I feel like you have like like the left trigger would be your alt button, and then you have.
Well, keep in mind, there's only one trigger on the N64.
No, there's left, right, and the Z trigger.
No, that's what I'm referring to. Those are shoulder buttons.
Oh yeah, you're right. The left and right shoulder
and the Z trigger.
Bumper, essentially. Yeah. But yeah, they essentially function as the triggers.
Okay, yeah. That's fair.
I'm gonna look up the controls for that because
it was real bad. One time,
what's that?
Micah, you remember GoldenEye on the N64?
Oh baby,
you had a blast with that, right?
I mean, I played it back in the day. Yeah.
Okay.
That was like that kind of started the first-person shooter thing for most everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, okay. Here's one for you. They have a mod called GoldenEye Source. It's pretty much everything in there rebuilt. Everything from the N64 version rebuilt in the Source engine. Like,
so essentially on PC.
On PC. So if you are interested,
we could totally land.
Yeah,
party
we could LAN party this shit. And
I mean, I'm atrocious at first-person shooters. I played it on easy mode because I was like,
no. Well, honestly, Dan he never played PC before, and he played like, I'd like to do gun game with all of y'all, like do a few rounds of gun game.
If we can ever get it working, I want to do screen cheat.
Screen cheat, yeah, screen cheat would be fun.
You have to screen look in order to do anything.
Yeah,
yeah, because everybody's
literally 4-player.
No, everyone's player model is invisible.
Yeah, and you have to
screen cheat in order to find
them.
Any of them. That sounds terrible. It's pretty great.
Yeah. Actually, I've seen old videos of people like doing like trying to keep people from screen cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had these guys, they duct taped
the
cardboard boxes up and down the screen to keep people from looking at other people's screens, and you had the people just like looking at their side.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like.
But in this one, if you're playing like on the internet, you are still shown all 4 screens.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's real good. I can't actually find the controls for StarCraft 64, but it was terrible. It was absolutely god-awful.
All right, so yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. This was the Nostalgia Critics review of Starship Troopers, and honestly, I don't hold this film in very high regard because of its overall quality, but honestly, it's not meant to be taken seriously. It's meant to be seen as a huge like parody film. You could look at this as a parody film. You can look at it however the hell you want. It's your choice. Me, I watched it as a kid. I liked it. As I grew up, it kind of developed a bad taste, but now I'm kind of warming to it again to some degree. But what do you all think? Do you all think it's good? Do you think it's bad? I mean, let us know. Let us know in the comments down below.
Well, I mean, it's bad. We know that.
Well, yeah, we know it's bad.
Do you think it's got a message, or do you think that's bullshit, or...
Yeah, like, let us know, guys. And I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Ben. And Chico's over here, still asleep.
Yeah.
Probably dreaming of burritos.
Yes. And we'll see you next time, everybody. Peace out.